begin by reviewing what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about text features as well as we read a nonfiction text, and we used the text features to help us with that. And we were able to make a book recommendation. Today, we're going to work on summarizing, but instead of just summarizing any text, we're going to specifically work on summarizing nonfiction text. In order for us to do that, we need to find out the most important details and then the key details that support that. So the most important details in a text will be our main idea, and that's the central idea as well. Like, what is it that the author wants us to know? All right. So first of all, we're going to start off with watching a video. I'm going to share my entire screen. And many of us are familiar with vocabulary. Here's a vocabulary video on main idea. Let me turn my...
We can't hear it.
Miss Adekoya?
Yes.
We couldn't hear it.
No. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. All right.
You're welcome.
And I can share just that screen. I guess that's what the problem is. I'll share just that tab.
All right, class, I know you're ready for the weekend. Don't forget about your 5-page paper, and make sure that you express your main idea and back it up.
Listen up, lend me an ear. The hot new thing is the main idea, supported by the details to keep it all clear. The main idea is the reason that we're all here. Yeah, come on, let me an ear. The hot new thing is the main idea, supported by the details to keep it all clear. The main idea is the reason that we're all here. Have you ever read something and when you got to the end, you didn't get the point? No, you didn't understand. Well, let me break it down for the next time you read. There's gonna be 3 basic things you see: the subject, main idea, and the details. Sorta like a city, the house, the people. The subject is the broad thing that it's about. The main idea, what's that now? It's the main thing the writer wants to say. It's the central point. You get it? Okay. You can often find it in the first couple lines, but it could be anywhere, so go find it. It's supported by specific details. The facts in the sentences, be real. They should add up to make the main idea, kids. They form up like cheerleaders in the pyramid. Like I just read an article called Bare Facts, and it talked about how they could be brown or black, polar or grizzly or another type. They're all good hunters and they know how to fight, because they have big paws so they can catch fish, and big sharp teeth that they eat with. And if they want to climb a tree to find something to eat, their super sharp claws are all that they need. See? Now let's break it down. I mean, let's dig deeper in the article I found. What's the subject? And what would be the main idea they had there? The bears are good hunters, that's most important. And how about the details they had to support it? They have large teeth, paws, and claws. That's how you know hunting is a bear's job. Listen up, lend me an ear. The hot new thing is the main idea, supported by the details to keep it all clear. The main idea is the reason that we're all here. Yeah, come on, lend me an ear. The hot new thing is the main idea, supported by the details to keep it all clear. The main idea is the reason that we're all here. I just read a story about a boy named Ben on the first day of school. Well, what happened then? Ben clutched his new backpack and walked in with a big smile when he saw his old friends. Tried to play it cool when he saw his old crush, but when she was close, his mind turned to mush. He liked his art teacher, that class was real fun. Ben was so worked up that he could hardly eat lunch. Now what's the subject? Ben's first day of school. And what's the main idea? What's the author wanna prove? Ben's first day of school was exciting. Details to back that up, where are they hiding? When Ben saw his old friends, he was psyched, and he was nervous around the girl that he liked. He even had a backpack that was brand new. Now I get the main idea, can you?
All right, so we get what the main idea is. It's the most important thing that the author wants us to learn. And then, so we're going to look at three things: the main idea, key details, as well as the topic. So the main idea is the most important thing that the author wants you to know. It's exactly what the author wants you to learn about the topic. Right here, we've got a photograph, which is real, a photograph of insects. And so what kind of insects these are? They look like ants to me, and then they're holding on a leaf. Here, the main idea: many insects, including ants, must work together to survive in their habitat. So when I'm reading a text and this is what the author wants me to learn, that is my main idea. All right, notice how they are working together in order for them to survive, to get their food, to get whatever it is that they need to survive. So what are details? Details explain, they support, and they describe what the text is about. How the author shows his or her main idea. All right, so for instance, here we've got beetles, and you can see that they are ravaging this leaf here, and you can tell from all the different bite marks and all the holes in here. To ward off enemies, especially humans, Japanese beetles travel and eat in large clusters. All right, so a large cluster means a lot of them coming together. All right, so that's our key detail here that would support whatever the main idea was that the author wanted us to learn. So what now is a topic? Topic is just a few words. It could be either one word or a phrase, just a few words that tell you what the whole article or paragraph is about. So for instance, right here, we can see a mosquito. So the topic here will be mosquitoes. Here, jumping spiders. All right. How do we identify the main idea? First, we've got to read the text. We've got to identify what the topic is. The topic is what the text is about. If it's about dogs, then that's your topic. If it's about children playing on a playground, then that's your topic. All right. Then you want to look for repeated details and also bold words. Remember when we talked yesterday about bold words, we said that they are very important words in a text, and that's the reason why the author would make them bold, so we can notice them. And then we want to ask ourselves, because with nonfiction informational text, the author is trying to teach us something. We're supposed to learn something. The author is trying to inform us about something. So what is it that the author is trying to teach me? What am I supposed to learn from reading this information? All right, so again, we're reading the passage. We should be able to identify the topic. What details support that main idea, the most important topic? All right, and then write the main idea in our own words, not in the words that the author used in the text. Right, so sometimes the author might leave clues for us to help us find the main idea. Some of these clues will include words that are repeated. If they keep on repeating the same word, then we know, that word must be important. It could be pictures, photographs, supporting details, the title, bold words. Sometimes we have to look at the first sentence and the last sentence, but actually the main idea can be found anywhere in the text. All right. That being said, we're back in ARC bookshelf. And yesterday we read Amazing Aliens. So here is the front cover. It's got the title, Amazing Aliens, the stellar science of life in space, as well as the author, Zachary Woodward. And it also has photograph here. And so we can see an alien or a person being sucked up, by an alien spacecraft. And then a house. And it looks really spooky as well. All right, so this is the cover page. And here is our table of contents. So the table of contents tells us the different chapters and what page we're going to find them on. And yesterday we were actually reading How Will Aliens Travel? And we actually read page 40. So I'm going to go right back to page 40. And we'll see if we can pull out the main idea from here. Space is very big. I'm going to reread it, and rereading helps a lot. And I would try to figure out my topic, which is what this entire chapter is about, my main idea, and then the details that support that main idea. All right, so let me zoom in so we can see the words. Yeah, there we go. Oops. That's not working. Trying to zoom in, but it's not. All right. Space is very big. Space is so big that it's impossible to measure it using normal measurements like miles, kilometers, or kilometers. Instead, we need a special kind of measurement called a light year. Despite its name, a light year is a measurement is a measure of distance, not of time. It is the distance that light can travel in space in 1 year. And it is very far. In fact, light year is over 63,000 times longer than the distance between the sun and the earth. Speed of light is 186,282 miles per second. And here I've got pictures here explaining how far the distance of the earth to different places. So here's the moon and here's the earth. All of these right here are the earth, and I can tell from the water and the land, blue and the green. Earth to the moon is 1.3 light seconds. Earth to Mars is 12.7 light minutes. Earth to Alpha Centauri is 4.4 light years. And Earth to the far side, here will be the far side of the Milky Way, is 52,000 light years. All right, and so it is 8 light minutes from the sun to Earth. And here is the sun, and here is Earth right here. And from the sun all the way to Pluto, Pluto is right here, and I can tell because of the arrows. The arrows actually guide me for where Earth is, and Pluto over here is 5.5 light hours. We already know that there are no Martians coming to Earth. It's more likely that any aliens that come to Earth would travel from outside our solar system. Maybe they'll come from Alpha Centauri, the star system nearest to our sun, which has a planet in its habitable zone. The fastest a human has ever gone in a vehicle was during the Apollo 10 trip to the moon in 1969. As the astronauts returned to Earth, they reached a speed of about 11 kilometers per second, which is over 24,500 miles per hour. That's super fast, especially when we think of how fast we can travel here in Thomasville, which is about 35 miles per hour. So 24,500 miles per hour is really fast. If aliens on Alpha Centauri were able to build a rocket that could travel as fast as the Apollo 10 rocket for the entire trip to Earth, how long do you think it would take for them to get here? 50 years? 100 years? 1,000 years? And yesterday I said today we're going to find out. It would take 105,500 years for them to get to Earth. That's a really, really long time. So right now, looking here, what is this basically about? It's just that space is very big. So I'm going into our assignment for today. So we worked on book recommendation yesterday. And I'm going to use this graphic organizer for Tuesday to guide me, and I'll type my answers in this graphic organizer. So slide 2 has a guide for the graphic organizer on how to use it, and slide 3 is where I'm going to go ahead and do my typing. So just looking here, main idea. I've got to put my supporting details here, and then my topic is right at the base. All right. So who or what the text is about. So in the text that we read, the topic here is that space is very big, and I can even find it in the title. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that here, and I will type in here. So my topic, space is very big. Okay. And I might want to move that to the middle of my page. I'm going to make it bigger, I think, because it's kind of small. So I'm going to work on the key detail. Space is very big. What details in this text support that space is very big? It says it's very big. It's impossible to measure it using normal measurements like miles or kilometers. I'm going to come right here. So it cannot, let me say space cannot be measured using miles and kilometers. All right, so that's one of my details. This is pretty small. I want to make it bigger. Yes, that looks good. Okay, another detail supporting talking about space being very big. Hey, look, we have to use a special kind of measurement called a light year. All right, so it's measured using light years. So I found that information over here. We need a special kind of measurement called a light year. I'm back here. Increase that. Yeah. Space is measured in a special measurement called light years. Hey, let me see if they capitalized their light year. Okay, they did not. Just want to be sure. Light hyphen years. All right. Something else that was pretty fascinating and talked about how big space is. If aliens on Alpha Centauri were able to build a rocket that could travel as fast as the Apollo 10 entire trip to Earth, so if they were coming all the way from that planet to where we are, it would take them 105,500 years to get here. All right, so I'm going to use that information as well. And I'm coming here again. Okay. It would take aliens in Alpha Centauri 105,500 years to get to Earth. Hold on. Today. If they traveled at the speed of the Apollo. And let me see what it says. Apollo 10. Okay. All right, so what is my main idea here? All right, so we said space is very big. Space cannot be measured using miles or kilometers. Space is measured in a special measurement called light years. It will take aliens in Alpha Centauri 105,500 years to get to Earth if they traveled at the speed of the Apollo 10. So the main idea here is that space is so big, it has to be measured in its own special measurement called light years. Okay? Space, capital P, capital S. Space is so big that it has to be measured in a special measurement called light years. All right. And that's that. So right now what we're going to do is, as readers and writers, we're going to read a nonfiction book. You can even reread the same one that you read yesterday or keep on reading from that. And then you want to identify the topic, the key details, and then the main idea. And I'm going to stop presenting, and I would also stop recording.